of Wrecking Hell. And AJ Strokes, your heavyweight champion, is coming here tonight to get the respect he deserves. Nobody respects the fact that I tricked Mike with my boot at the last show. So tonight, we're going to have us a no disqualification match, and I'm going to show everybody once and for all that I am the heavyweight champion, and there ain't nothing anybody can do about it.
Gentlemen, the bell has rung in our main event contest this evening. The richest prize in our company, the New Heights Wrestling World Championship, on the line as these two former tag team partners, former tag team champions together, better known as the Arrogant Americans, the challenger, Mr. Handle That, Mike Facen, against the current and reigning, defending AJ Strokes. Man, this is going to be an incredible matchup. Everything has gone wrong as AJ Strokes has found way after way to weasel his way into keeping this championship.
That might come to an end tonight, buddy, at least if Mike Facen has his way.
I'm telling you, a couple of months ago, AJ retained his title in a very controversial fashion over battling Bill Weaver. He continued to assault Bill after the match was over, even strangled him with his own American flag. You know, Bill is a very proud Marine Corps veteran, and Mike Facen was going to have none of that, came out to do the rescue, and AJ skedaddled out of there before Mike could get his hands on him.
Yeah, he did.
And then the powers that be here in New Heights said that, you know what, we think Mike Facen should have an opportunity at this championship. And so they made a match here. The last time we were here at NHW Fury, and AJ jumped off the top rope, immediately grabbed his ankle, was apologizing to everybody. We thought it was a legitimate injury. Mike went to help him up, and AJ schoolboyed him. 1, 2, 3. Another cheap way to retain his title. So this is it. The final straw here. The powers that be saw no alternative whatsoever other than to make this a no disqualification match. So we are guaranteed tonight here, ladies and gentlemen, to have a winner in anything goes, no holds barred, no disqualifications. Man, this is going to be one heck of a matchup because these guys hate each other.
However, I'll tell you one thing, buddy. Caveat emptor and all them other nickel and dime words. No DQ might actually be in AJ's favor. You know, he's a slippery character. That son of a gun might take full chance to use a foreign object or something else.
Well, he's used Mike Facen to get this belt. He's used him to keep it. There's no telling what he'll be willing to do to his former best friend and tag team partner in order to retain it and keep what he says is his most precious and prized possession.
Tonight, he might use him to lose it.
That's right. Very might. So, friendships cast aside, nothing more important than the championship. And hey, you see that low blow? It's all legal.
It's legal, no DQ.
It's all legal in this matchup. So,
you know, if I was in a no DQ match, that's the only offensive move I'd use.
That would be a very sound strategy.
It would, sir.
You know, yeah.
It put me on the mat, make me tap. I don't like Rochambeau.
Not one bit. So,
and, make a wish.
Stretching of the inner thighs of Mike Facen there as AJ strokes.
Maybe some other things that we ain't gonna talk about because it's a family show.
You know, I mean, these guys were a successful tag team. And as I mentioned earlier, even tag team champions back in the day, they called themselves the Arrogant Americans.
Yeah.
But you want to talk about going above and beyond the nickname that they created for themselves. AJ Strokes has been one of the most arrogant people over these last few months that he has held this championship. It has completely swollen his ego. His head has been barely able to fit inside the ropes. He has been, in his mind, untouchable. And Mike Facen is going to try to make sure that he gets his, feeds him a piece of humble pie, and takes his precious championship away from him.
Looks like AJ's trying to take a breather. Mike's having none of that.
All of the friendship and camaraderie gone by the wayside as AJ Strokes just slowly but surely drove a wedge between himself and Mike Facen. Mike stopped coming to the ring with AJ a few months ago, and ever since then, it's been a very falsely perceived jealousy, I think, by AJ Strokes. And I'm telling you what, he just got to where he didn't trust anybody. He's got no friends. Nobody has his back anymore. But it's him against the world, and as the champion, he says that's exactly how he wants it. But you know what the old saying goes, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. Because Mike Facen is climbing to the top of the mountain, and he is the one chasing AJ Strokes.
I learned that lesson the hard way when I got married, sir. Both times.
You know, eventually they're going to stop giving you a marriage license and make you have a learner's permit for a while.
Maybe. We'll see. Till then, I'm going to collect ex-wives like AJ collects championship belts.
Well, you're going to have a plethora because AJ Strokes has been a very decorated champion here in New Heights Wrestling. And look at him cowering in the corner, begging for a timeout, but there's no rope breaks here. There's no disqualification. There's no anything he can do to slow down the assault of Big Mike Facen putting those size 14 boots right into his sternum.
There's no crying in baseball, and there's no timeout in wrestling.
Do you think there should be a timeout in wrestling? Like everybody gets one per match?
Well, I've been holding a tinkle for about the last 3 matches, so yeah. Yeah, a timeout would be good right now.
No, not us, them.
Oh, them. Oh,
yeah. We're just, you know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they can even do a review like the NFL, you know.
telling you, there's something here. Oh man, but AJ Strokes taking it right to Mike Facen. They're hard in the midsection shoulder blocks as he backs him up into the turnbuckle area.
AJ's definitely going to have to rely. Oh!
Man, AJ goes shoulder first into that steel ring post, and to the outside he goes. And the challenger now stalking his prey on the outside.
It looks like he's stomping his prey.
Definitely is doing that. And I know this is a no DQ match, but if Mike wants to keep this in his favor, he needs to get AJ back in the ring as soon as possible. Even though it's no disqualification, it is not false count anywhere. You still got to be inside the ring to get that pinfall.
Yeah, you know, knowing AJ and as crazy as he is, and as paranoid as he is, and as down and dirty as he is, I wouldn't hold it past him to put a trank gun under the ring.
Again, a brilliant strategy brought about by yourself.
I know. Why am I announcing? I should be wrestling.
Well, because not every match is a no DQ.
Yeah, and I don't like pain.
Yeah, you wouldn't fare out well if it wasn't.
No, I'd tap out after like 2 punches. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Well, speaking of fighting, Mike Facen's taking up that slack for you.
He is.
Man, drops a vicious leg drop right across the throat and got a near fall on the
2.
champion.
We can count, ref, can you? What's he doing here? He's thinking about it.
Mike Facen talking some trash here, telling AJ what he's got coming. And boy,
He's talking so much trash, we might as well call him waste management.
I'm telling you, there is a lot of pent-up aggression inside Mike Facen. This man has been disrespected. He feels betrayed, and he had his entire livelihood and his partnership just completely ripped out from underneath him without warning by his former best friend AJ Strokes. And so a lot of emotional buildup that Mike Facen is letting loose here. I know when a championship is on the line, you want to do your best not to make it personal. But when it's as personal as this, you just can't help it.
He had no other choice.
Those emotions always come up to the top, and he is letting them loose here on AJ Strokes right now.
He's using that emotional fuel.
And I hope that he doesn't get lost in those emotions.
Yeah.
And it ends up costing him later on.
You still got to keep your head, buddy.
Got to be able to put that aside, control that aggression, and use it as a force to be reckoned with the big picture still in frame.
Because AJ's a slippery sucker. He can turn it. Oh! As I was saying, turn it around on a dime.
And you know what? A move of desperation, and not one that we condone here. But once again, when there's no disqualification, you can do whatever you want.
Where's AJ going?
I don't know what he's doing. Before.
Is he going to Whataburger?
Before he's taking a count out because he knows that he wouldn't lose his championship on a count out.
What is that?
Is he getting a ladder? AJ Strokes is bringing a ladder in here. Oh, me! And taking that right to the midsection of Mike Facen.
And it's all legal in this match.
I'm telling you, this is brutal.
It's all good in the hood, baby.
Violence right here. Oh man, AJ grabbing
now,
his knee
is he
there.
for real or is he playing possum again?
Well, the thing is, he's cried wolf so many times we don't know when we can trust him or not. But it doesn't matter anymore. Mike Facen isn't going to fall for that any longer.
Nope.
The sympathies that used to be there are long gone. AJ Strokes ruined that a long time ago, as you see the challenger putting that ladder right into the sternum of our NHW champion.
As the smart people would say, the solar plexus. That was on Jeopardy the other night.
Oh, okay.
I feel smart.
Mike finally gets AJ back in the ring. He's got that ladder in there. Mike Facen.
Is he going plundering?
I don't know.
He's plundering.
I don't know what he's going to pull out of there, ladies and gentlemen. It is a table. And you hear our crowd here. They are going crazy for the tables. And I don't know what diabolical idea Mike Facen has in store.
I'm excited to find out.
I would not want to be AJ Strokes right now.
No, sir. Okay, he's getting it set up.
Sitting that ladder over
Uh-oh.
in the corner. Uh-oh. AJ turned around. Oh, no. Mike Facen. Man.
In the corner.
Did you see the explosive power of Mike Facen?
He put on the gas.
AJ thought he had him, and then Mike just dug those heels into the mat and drove forward and pushed him backwards like he was an offensive lineman.
Mike Facen's got more torque in them legs than an 18-wheeler.
And got a big suplex there. And AJ Strokes in a world of pain. He's got him in the middle of the ring here. He might be able to get him in if he could go and cover him right now. I know Mike's got other ideas, but man.
Yeah, he brought that table in the ring, but he ain't done nothing with it.
AJ's not moving really well right now. He should go for a pinfall and see what happens. I know he wants to hurt AJ, but he's got to keep in mind the NHW championship is on the line.
Yeah.
The richest prize that we have. You can't lose focus of it.
There's the table.
Mike setting the tables up.
I know AJ's got something up his sleeve.
If you're Mike Facen, you just got to be ready for that at any moment.
Yeah.
It was the third time that AJ's been able to equalize this entire matchup with one swift low blow.
I think that would equalize most any matchup, sir.
So he's placing Mike Facen onto the table. And is he going to get on that ladder?
He might.
Oh my dear Lord. Ladies and gentlemen, this could be brutal.
Oh my stars and garters. Oh my. Sweet Jesus. Ow. He is going to feel that tomorrow morning, y'all.
AJ Strokes went for it all and came crashing down hard and missed everything.
And accept the crowd's adulation.
High risk, high reward,
High pain.
and an extreme amount of pain. There's a cover. There's a cover,
There's
ref.
a cover, ref.
There's a cover. Gonna get a two. No, AJ's able to kick out.
I don't know where the ref's head was, but it wouldn't end this match. They don't look too good in that ring. What are they gonna do now?
AJ Strokes with some brass knuckles, trying to do anything he
Oh!
can. Big slam right in the middle of the ring. He did it, ladies and gentlemen. Mike Facen has taken away the New Heights Wrestling Championship from AJ Strokes. AJ Strokes has had a stranglehold on that championship for a long time, and he has had some dastardly ways that he has been able to keep that out of the hands of Mike Facen for a long time, but that streak is over. And ladies and gentlemen, you are looking at the new NHW World Heavyweight Champion.
And the congregation said amen.
A lot of proud people here watching NHW live. We thank you for tuning in to be a part of our broadcast here. We encourage you to check out New Heights Wrestling on Twitter, and please use the hashtag NHWPro. This has been an incredible matchup, one of the toughest and most violent grudge matches we've had in a very long time. And this crowd is going crazy for our new champion.
Yes, they are, sir. Well deserved. That man earned every bit of this applause.
AJ Strokes making his way to the back very slowly, his body battered and beaten after going through that table off of the ladder. But Mike Facen celebrating with his young son here in the middle of the ring, and all the kids getting in to join Big Mike.
Now that's just awesome.
As he has his new championship goal.
There's a party in the Funiac tonight.
Man, what a perfect way to end it. The NHW hero being welcomed by all of his fans here, all of the kids getting in the ring. What a great way to end our broadcast tonight.
Indeed, sir. I couldn't have wrote it better if I'd have tried. Look at how he did this. I mean, who knew Mike Facen was going to come out on top? I never doubted Mike Facen's ability, but you couldn't have discounted AJ's treachery.
And that's why we had the fantastic matchup that we did, and why it took so much for one of these guys to finally get pinned.
But the question begs, what now for Mike Facen?
Well, only time will tell, and in order for you to know that, you'll have to tune in with us next time. On behalf of everyone here at New Heights Wrestling, thank you so much for being a part of this very special match. We hope you enjoyed it half as much as we did.
Mosey on back and see us. We're always glad you came.